We have another follow-up.
What's that?
B.E.T.
Oh, listen. Everybody wants B.E.T.
Everybody wants B.E.T. All the blacks, all the rich blacks, all the black millionaires and billionaires are like, hey,
I want
I'll
some
buy
of that.
it.
Right.
And I mean, I think it's a gold mine for any of them.
I think this latest one is an interesting team.
I still believe, and this is probably the closest to that, I still believe that it should be a joint venture. I don't think that one person, obviously it's never one person, but I think it should be like what Hulu was when Hulu started. Hulu is now owned by Disney, but was not always...
Mostly.
Exactly. So Disney owns it. So, I mean, it falls under the Disney title. If you go on Disney.com, you'll find Hulu.
Yes.
So I think it should be like that, like where CBS and ABC and what were the other two that came together and formed Hulu. I think that would be the smartest way to do this with these people. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, Kenya Barris, who is probably most notable these days for Blackish and the series that spun off of
all the issues.
Yes, Blackish, Grownish, Mixedish.
Oh, I didn't know that one.
He's had a couple of Netflix titles. He's done a lot over the years.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he's controversial to some people. I don't really feel like he's that controversial, but he's controversial to some people. But he's very much important in terms of black television. So, and Blackish already runs on BET. It's already in syndication on BET. So there's some alignment there.
That's true.
So it would be him, 50 Cent, which, I mean, people can say anything they want about 50 Cent. We know that 50 Cent is a good rapper. We know all these things. But 50 Cent is... You don't like 50 Cent as a rapper?
You said is a good rapper, not was a good rapper.
I guess I wasn't looking at it. No, he's not currently rapping. I just said is. I didn't say he's the greatest rapper right now.
Okay.
But he's also good at television.
50 is great at business. And part of that is television. Largely right now, it is television deals. He is killing it, yes.
But he's also aligned with the content. And I think for a brand like B.E.T., I think the content is paramount.
Is paramount? Boom.
I think the content is paramount. No pun intended. Because I think that's what's going to draw people in. So, yes, he's a great businessman.
But he wouldn't be able to bring all that power stuff.
No, but I think there's opportunity to syndicate the original Power series, depending on who is Stars under? I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's going way deep into something that we don't even need to get into. But I think from a content perspective, I think if he's not necessarily the person coming up with things conceptually, I think he's very good at aligning himself with people who can.
Yeah. So
that's a great thing to have in your back pocket when you're talking about a network as big as BET, where content is going to be very important.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that BMF has showed us that 50 can come up with more than one thing.
Right. And he did great. What was that show that got canceled on ABC for life? I loved that show. I thought that show was a great show. I was really sad when it got canceled. But here's the thing about me and ABC shows. I watch all the shows that end up getting canceled. I love them. I think ABC makes great
I believe
dramas.
The best shows get canceled or don't run for very long.
Yeah. And ABC is the network that will cut you off after 3 episodes and be like, sorry, it's just not working. We tested it. It didn't work.
Got it. But it had 2 seasons, no?
That's that Disney
for life?
Oh, yeah, it did have 2 seasons. It was great. I thought it was great. And Shaq is a part of this as well.
Shaq is a big-time investor, and Shaq knows where to throw his money.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that would be really interesting. I think honestly, anyone who has been named in this conversation, I think it would be really interesting to see what they do with the network.
I agree.
Yeah.
If you had to choose, all right, no problem.
No.
All right, next topic.
Because there's all of it is flawed. Okay. All of it is flawed. It's great. Like I said, I think anybody is a contender. Anybody we've heard of is a contender, but all of them are flawed in their own ways.
So right now we have 4 entities trying to buy BET that we know of, because there's probably more behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. But the 4 who have been public, you can't choose 1 or 2 in the runnings. 1 or 2 you'd like to see. My
thing is, when you put 50's name into it, great businessman, but I've heard some things in terms of some issues that one of the main cast members on Power had with him.
Okay.
A black woman. That gives me pause. Tyler Perry, from a content perspective, I'm a little concerned. I think that Tyler Perry, when Tyler Perry is not in the center, like it's not the Tyler Perry of it all, it's okay.
When it's not him wearing dresses?
I think...
What? That's the Tyler Perry of it all, no?
Yes, exactly. And I think some of his shows, even that have been on BET, I haven't really cared for, but some of them are very popular. I think that Diddy...
Why are you laughing?
I laugh because I feel like Diddy, we always hear things about the business that Diddy does with people, and I'm just concerned for everyone involved.
I don't know. I've only heard bad things about the 90s music contracts. You heard something recent? About recent stuff?
Nothing recent, but what is...
Since Revolt started, I haven't heard anything about any of those things being bad.
This is true.
This would be Revolt 2.0.
Well, we'll see.
I'm saying if he got it.
And I guess
I think Revolt will become part of BET.
Will something get dissolved?
That's possible.
That would be the big thing that would concern me. Like I don't know if Diddy would be honest with us about what his plan.
I wouldn't be honest.
I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying it could go in a completely different direction.
Yeah, if Diddy or Tyler Perry get BET, it becomes Succession.
Yeah.
It becomes all type of conglomerate maneuvers and acquisitions and secret stuff going on until one day you just read about it and you're like, wait, who's buying what?
Because remember who they're negotiating the deal with. Mm-hmm. And that is important to note also. They're negotiating a deal with Paramount. And Paramount, like we said before, Paramount seems to just want to get rid of them. So who knows if they don't strip it for parts when they buy it. Like, I have no idea what... Because I guess I'm thinking about it, if it was an entity that really cared about the brand being what it is and the value in the brand, then, there are things that you can negotiate, at least on a short-term basis to maintain the integrity of the brand. I don't know. And obviously it comes with, who are the players in it? Who are really the players besides the top people at Paramount, who under the BET umbrella is actually really excuse me, is really involved. So yeah, I don't know. I think things could go in a lot of different directions no matter who buys it, but excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think what's nice is that everyone who has their hand in it is involved with television specifically. So, or at least some part of them, or some part of the cluster is involved with television, and I think that's important. I think.
Do we know the name of the 3 of these people? Do they have a group, or it's just the 3 of them have teamed up?
I think the three of them have just teamed up. I don't know if they have a name or anything yet.
I would like to see either the trio or Diddy have B.E.T. Take over B.E.T. Acquire B.E.T. I don't want Tyler Perry to get it.
I don't necessarily want Tyler Perry to get it.
I know when we first spoke about it, I was like, oh, we'll see. Today, I'm like, nah, I don't want Tyler Perry with it. I'm hating.
My thing is, Tyler Perry has a lot of resources already in his back pocket. It's a very easy transition for Tyler Perry to do this. He already has a big hand in what happens on BET. So I think Tyler Perry would be the most invested in trying to make better what exists now. I think my nervousness is that with everyone else is that, does it really matter to them? Like, are they going to completely overthrow the whole thing? And
probably.
We all know, like, I have a personal connection to BET, so I wouldn't like to see it someone just be like, well, fuck this. Let's throw this away. And I think there are plenty of ways in which it needs to be better. I don't think it's the best thing since sliced bread.
No.
But I think there are ways to make it better. I have ideas. Did he call me? If you...
Wow. All right.
I mean, I have...
And then it'll be the Let's Not Have a Real Conversation podcast. It'll be the This Podcast is Over podcast.
No, then we'll be, our podcast will be on Revolt.
Oh, okay.
Or BET.
Got it.
Who knows?
Okay.
Listen, you got to negotiate it in. You got to work it into the terms,
That's a smart move.
Yeah, why not? I'll consult. And, put the pod here. Put Harley here. Listen, let's expand. Podcasts are the future.
You're right. Okay.
But yeah.
All right, Shiv.
So I'm just, I don't know if I'm Shiv. I don't know if I'm Shiv. We're gonna get to Shiv though in a few minutes. But since we're talking about Diddy, let's talk about verses.